was a shooting at a Walmart in Thornton last night, if you're just now waking up and joining us. And this morning, there is a manhunt for 47-year-old Scott Ostrom. Police say he walked into that Walmart and shot and killed 3 people at random. CBS 4's Tori Mason is live for us in Thornton near that Walmart on 98th and Grant. Tori, what is the very latest you're learning this morning?
Well, Britt, as far as we know right now, Scott Ostrom is still on the run. Police told us he came into this Walmart just after 6 last night and started firing a handgun. 2 men were killed inside, and a woman who was taken to the hospital later died from her injuries. Check out this photo taken from the security footage last night of Ostrom. He was wearing a black vest, a maroon shirt, and blue jeans. After he fired into the store, witnesses say Ostrom ran out. Police say he's believed to be driving a 2017 red Mitsubishi Mirage 4-door hatchback with Colorado tags 882-TQB. Immediately following the shooting, police from several agencies, including the FBI and the ATF, surrounded the parking lot. Several streets were blocked off and police with guns were at the intersections. So far, we do not have any identifications of those victims. Police are working around the clock to find a motive. This is their response when asked if this was a terror attack.
As of right now, we can't rule anything out. However, we don't have any indication right now anyone claiming to have taken responsibility for anything as of right now.
And behind me, you can see those white trucks. Those are crews working to clean up some of the incident that was left overnight. The Walmart is still not open. We're not sure when it will be open, but police have informed us they do believe that Ostrom is armed and dangerous. So if you see him, do not approach this man. Just call authorities. They have given us a new tip line number, that's 720-977-5069. If you have any information that could lead to Ostrom's capture, please step forward. Reporting live in Thornton, Tori Mason, covering Colorado First.
All right, Tori, thank you very much. We just don't know why it happened. Let's go to Makenzie O'Keefe with what witnesses inside that Walmart went through during the shooting last night. Makenzie, there are people who had to leave their cars behind last night.
That's right, Alan. Many people left their cars here at this Walmart, not only because they were fleeing the scene, but because police shut down this parking lot as part of their investigation. They have since left the scene and people are able to come back and get their vehicles. Now, some of those victims that were inside this Walmart last night tell us they heard those shots being fired, but they didn't think that it was actually gunfire. They said they thought that the sounds were possibly just balloons popping inside of the store. It wasn't until they saw people hitting the floor to hide, running, and even crying when they realized that something was seriously wrong. Now, some people were evacuated, and the witnesses were also bused to the Thornton Police Department to tell investigators what exactly they saw and heard out here. And that's where some families were emotionally met with the news that their loved ones didn't make it out alive. Those inside the store tell us the chilling moments when police say the gunman nonchalantly walked in and pulled out a gun and opened fire.
I immediately froze because I didn't know what to think or what was going on. And then I heard 2 more shots and I hit the ground. I was thinking, oh my God, it's Las Vegas happening in Walmart in Thornton. And I freaked.
I did speak to a victim member's family member today. They said that all they could say about this was that it was very tragic. Live in Thornton, Makenzie O'Keefe covering Colorado First.
It's so sad to listen to those poor people inside Walmart. Thank you very much, Makenzie, for that.